Hi everyone, my name is Marcus.
And I'm Jessica.
And I'm Levine.
Welcome to the IMSG opening ceremony!
Woo! Yay!
But seriously, thank you all for joining us. We're really very happy that we could run IMSG 2020 this year. And basically this video is going to be a recap of the opening ceremony. So the first thing we want to share with you during this opening ceremony is a little bit of information about the people behind the scenes, right? The main and co-organizers. So we have obviously the Singapore International Mediation Institute. That's myself and Jessica. We are the full-time staff at SIMI. And Levine, of course, is one of the co-directors. She's also a consultant with us. We have the Collaborative Dispute Resolution Club. That's a student club at NUS. And last but certainly not least, the Peacemakers Consulting. And these are the three key organizations who have been driving and pushing IMSG 2020 behind the scenes from as early as April or even May this year.
In addition to all the main and co-organizers that Marcus has just mentioned, I would really like to thank the different heads of these organizations. We have Sean from Peacemakers, as well as we have Samuel and Hui Li, both the president and vice president from the CDRC club. And not just them, but also people who have been working very hard behind the scenes. You will be seeing their faces later on. I would also like to thank our participants, judges who are drawn from SIMI's panel of mediators, as well as our room session managers that come all over the world. I mean, we have some from Brazil. Shout out to our friends in Brazil. Shout out to our friends in France as well, and to all the other schools in Singapore.
Now, in addition to the organizers and the co-organizers, we also have a special group of supporters called the Institutional Partners. And these are organizations based in Singapore, but just like SIMI, are very much part of the vanguard for pushing mediation in Singapore as well as worldwide. And these institutional partners are the Singapore International Dispute Resolution Academy, or SIDRA, the Singapore International Mediation Centre, and the Singapore Mediation Centre. So big shout out and thank you to these institutional partners. Very, very grateful for their support.
So apart from the institutional partners, we have a few sponsors that made IMSG 20 possible. And the first tier of them is the platinum sponsors. And amongst them, we have Clipper Tea, who are actually giving out discount codes in the e-booklet. So you guys can actually head to the e-booklet, to get some discount codes, and you can buy amazing teas off their website. We also have Edwards Mediation Academy, who are actually offering free courses, for the top few teams in IMSG 2020. And followed by that, we also have Sage Mediation, who are actually offering discount vouchers, that when you play the team engagements and all these prizes that you can win. We also have Modron, which most of you should be familiar with because, they're basically powering IMSG 2020. And last but not least, we have Maxwell Chambers, which is our venue sponsor for IMSG as well. For the next tier of corporate sponsors, we have the silver tier. And we have the Changarov International Consultancy. We have the Vinder Singh Chambers. We have NUS Faculty of Law. And we have the Singapore University of Social Sciences Faculty of Law as well. And the last tier we have for corporate sponsors is the bronze tier, where we have the Asia Conflict Resolution Institute, we have Fairland Law Corporation, and we have the Vega Negotiation Institute.
So not just corporate sponsors, but we also have individual sponsors this year. First up, we have silver, Vivian Sanhu. And then in the bronze tier, we have Mr. Jaya Prakash as well as Prof. Joel Lee. I'm sure you would have recognized Prof. Joel Lee by now. He is also the chairman of SIMI. So we would also like to thank our knowledge partners, who are too numerous to name. But thank you very much for your support, as well as for pushing out for the publicity of IMSG 2020 to your entire network, which has brought us 48 teams and more than 400 attendees.
So with that, it brings us great pleasure to now pass the time over to our director of SIMI, Ms. Josephine Hadikusumo, who has recorded a few words of encouragement to welcome everyone on behalf of the board at SIMI to IMSG 2020.
Hello and a very warm welcome to all of you present in this year's International Mediation Singapore. I know some of you may be in Singapore right now, but most of you will probably be like me, locked down and sheltering from the safety of your homes. I am actually zooming into your screens right now from the beautiful state of Sabah, but I'm also pretending that I am enjoying a cocktail with you guys in Singapore. So, on to more serious things. 2020 has presented many unique challenges to all of us. For the first time in 100 years, the world is grappling with a global pandemic that has united all of us in sometimes painful ways. No matter where you are from, by now, you will probably know someone who has been impacted by COVID-19, either physically or financially, and sometimes both. And this is why it is more important than ever for us to continue joining efforts in supporting people in crisis through the art of mediation. This is our second IMSG, and in this IMSG, we have with us the privilege of hosting some 400 attendees from 31 countries across all continents. So, well done you. We are here to learn from one another, to build skills that would add value to a changing world, and doing it under the most difficult circumstances to date. And by your participation in this event, I think that we are learning precious lessons about hope. And it is this that I'm hoping to share with you today, some of the lessons that I've learned from this event and from COVID-19 as a whole. Now, the first lesson is that resilience trumps adversity. Very few of us can travel or engage safely right now, but technology and your own desire for learning and connection has made this event possible. It is the first time IMSG is being held online, and technology has allowed us to reach out to even more people as partners, participants, and judges. And people who otherwise may not have been able to go physically to Singapore for an in-person competition are now able to be part of this event. We have not only, through this, demonstrated our ability to flex and innovate in times of crisis, but this innovation will forever change the way we learn and interact at work. The second important lesson is a personal favorite of mine, so listen up. A crisis is also an opportunity in disguise. It is an opportunity for those of us passionate about facilitating conflict resolution to step into the breach of chaos and anxiety related to broken contracts, lost employment, and disrupted businesses. Mediators and mediators-to-be like yourselves must feel and heed the call to support afflicted parties towards closure and a cost-effective resolution. It takes skill and patience to unpick tangled relationships, repair communication gaps, and reframe a seemingly hopeless situation. Now, you are here today because you are clearly up for the challenge. And this is one that will require hundreds of hours of practice and skills building. So good luck. Already, countries have passed legislation to provide temporary support for those affected by COVID-19. In Malaysia, for example, the COVID-19 Act provides government subsidies for parties seeking mediation on conflicts related to the pandemic. And here in Singapore, our Convention on Mediation Act came into force just under 2 months ago on 12 September 2020. And we now have a legal instrument that will set the framework for mediation to continue to grow. So you are in a wonderful service industry that is on the brink of exploding, and you are needed and your skills are necessary. The impact from COVID-19 will unfortunately reverberate for years to come. Now, this is devastating for many people. This is devastation. But this is also an opportunity for you to step up to the plate and provide aid of a different kind, one that will actually change lives. And the third and the most important lesson of all is this: there is more that unites us than divides us. If this pandemic has taught us anything at all, it is about how porous our borders and how flimsy our differences actually are. our love for travel, our susceptibility to disease, our need for connection even when it is unsafe to do so, the fragility of our markets, and our complete dependence on one another to do the right thing. Those are the things that unite us. And when you go into your mediation sessions, I hope you carry this mindset with you, that there is more to unite your parties than there is to divide them. And your mission as a mediator is to dig deep into that scorched earth and find that common ground. At the heart of it all, mediation is very simply the art of creating a sustainable peace. And in this, you are both a participant in this joint effort towards this sustainable peace. But by the skills you learn here, you will also be the creator of this peace. Every single attendee of IMSG should be proud that they are part of a wider effort to celebrate mediation as a powerful force in the dispute resolution industry. You are joining the ranks of some very dedicated people in a rapidly growing industry, and I hope you're ready to give it your all. My best wishes to every participant in the 2020 IMSG. Learn and grow, and most importantly, have a great time. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
For sharing your, kind words of encouragement, and it's really, really much needed during these difficult times. And on behalf of all the board, she kindly took some time out to say a few words. So really, thank you very much, Josephine. Now, next, we would like to introduce to you some of the other faces behind the scenes, people who are part of the organizing committee. But for obvious reasons of safe distancing, we haven't been able to bring them right here. But not to worry, we've actually set up like satellite stations around Singapore, so we'll still get a chance to see them, and now you can put a face to the names that you have been hearing so much about from the emails and the Telegram chat.
So we actually have them set up somewhere on the video.
Yeah.
And we're just waiting for the video to switch. There we go!
Yeah!
Okay, so first up, we actually have Samuel. So Samuel is also the CDRC president, and he has been the lead, co-lead with Jessica on the secretariat team. So most of the participants, you may have been receiving emails from Jessica and from Samuel and his team. And then second up, we have Isabella. So Isabella is also the co-lead of the Judge Liaison's team with Jessica. And judges, you would have received a lot of emails from her and Jessica as well. So third, we have Tristan, who is actually the co-lead with me for the room session managers. All these managers, they will be in your rounds, keeping time for you. So please do treat them nicely. And last but not least, we have Sue, who is the co-lead together with Samuel again on a team engagement planning. So these are all the games that you guys will be playing later on as well as tomorrow. And last but not least, we also have Sue on the team together with Marcus and I for the role play writing, which you guys will get to see soon enough.
Okay, thank you guys. Okay.
Now moving on to our second location, because our team is that big. And yeah, second location, we actually have a couple of spicy people in store.
Yeah. And,
very, very spicy.
It wasn't easy getting meeting rooms for this.
Yeah.
So we've actually got them to use a similar location, just in different meeting rooms.
Yeah.
So the next group that's going to be introduced by Jessica, we just wait for them to come on screen. But while we're waiting for them, I also just want to give a big shout out to our room session managers or volunteers. I think we talked about them a little bit. They may not be involved in the main organizing side, but really they're also very critical to be our hands, our eyes and ears, basically, all of our senses in the rooms, because it's really tough to keep a track on so many rooms online. So let me just take a quick look over at the screen to see if the second station is up. There we go. Okay.
See, so first on the left, a spicy person, we have Sean. So Sean is actually helping to lead the publicity team. Sean, in his day job, is actually the managing director of Peacemakers Consulting Services. They are also one of the co-organizers of IMSG. In his other day jobs, because he's Superman, he actually works in various other companies. If you want to find out more, hit him up on LinkedIn. And next to him, we have Hui Li. So Hui Li actually helps me out with the sponsorship. The sponsorship. Excuse me, guys. But yes, so she helps me with the sponsorship team. So sponsors, sometimes you get a lot of emails from girls. Yes, the sponsor team is full of girls. It's a secret treat. Okay. So don't tell everyone I told you this. Yes. So Hui Li helps me lead the girls. And in addition to that, Hui Li has also helped source for IMSG prizes as well. And I can tell you for a fact that sourcing for IMSG prizes is not easy. It has been a tough job, and Hui Li has actually put to use her law degree a couple of times. Let's just say you don't want to get on her bad side.
Definitely not.
So together, the both of them, Sean and Hui Li, they also lead the publicity team. And that's pretty much it in terms of the main subgroups that we have to sort of like help lead IMSG. So Marcus is actually going to continue to introduce the rest of the subcommittee, basically the other individuals who are actually working in the individual committees.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's really not easy getting events going because everyone's a volunteer. Nobody's really getting paid for this, and they're all juggling, responding to things on IMSG along with their schoolwork, along with their regular work. So we are really very grateful for all of your patience and understanding if sometimes the emails are a little bit slow or not as responsive. But having said that, here's a little bit more of the people behind the scenes. So you've seen the leads of the various committees. Here are the other members who are on the committees themselves. So we also have Hui Wen, Vijay, Lennon and Nicole, and you can see that they're helping in various capacities. Below the secretariat, judge liaison. Next, we also have Yugen, Hui Wen again. It's a different Hui Wen.
Yeah,
it's a different Hui Wen. Sorry, there's 30 people in the organizing committee. We have Aisha, we have Xuanting and Vivian. And next, we also have Heather, Isaac, JP, Joel, Leanne, Yiting, Manuela, Nicholas. And then we have Audrey, Brian, Jerlene, Kian Yip, whom I'm going to talk a little bit more, Rachel, Yong Song, and Suen. So, we can't read all of their bios, unfortunately. We would really love to. But there's one person I need to point out on the screen, and that is Kian Yip. Now, Kian Yip has been an absolute gem. He's instrumental in everything you see online for IMSG, from the videos to the audios, because essentially he's our in-house, very much volunteer for the rates, all the professional equipment that he's done for us. So really, we're very, very grateful to all of his help. He's too shy to come on screen. I actually invited him to join us on camera, but there he is, and we're very, very grateful for him. So big thank you to Kian Yip. Thank you very much, Kian Yip. Okay,
so here
that's
are some fun facts about IMSG. So in IMSG 2019, we had about 300 attendees. This year we have a new record, and it's 400 attendees.
That's right. Oh yes. And we have exceeded the number of nationalities that have participated, which is great. Now we have 32 nationalities. I think it's up from 17 from last year.
It's almost twice now.
Right. We have 48 competing teams instead of just 40 from last year. We have 78 judges, 76 room session managers. You can see the numbers there for the partners, sponsors. And this is just a personal thing for me, but I've never created that many Google Sheets in my life in such a short period of time. I just hope they work. So, if anything goes wrong, right, you guys know who to look for. So this is all on me.
Levine and I can attest that we didn't help him on any of the Google Sheets at all.
Yeah.
We are kind of Google Sheet illiterate.
Yeah.
Even though technically I took an Excel course 10 years ago. But whatever, right? The book is now rotting in some bin.
We really hope you guys enjoy, a slightly different experience. I mean, we know that other competitions have been running online, earlier this year, but it's always been kind of just a repeat of, using very manual things that could lead to human error and, very long turnaround. And we felt that since we are doing this online, let's use the online environment as much as possible. So, you guys have gone for all the briefings. You know that as soon as information is keyed in, you will see it, we will see it, it's automatic, and we will control the flow of information. So really trying to bring online into its entire new environment and really seeing where that can take us. So we hope you guys enjoy that experience. I know it's challenging, especially for those of you who have never used Sheets before. You have no clue how to use a cell, but I think this is really good because it's probably going to get even more commonplace instead of less. I think Jess and Levine are responsible for 7,000 emails sent.
We're sorry for the spam.
Yeah.
If you don't get our emails, then spam, you know where to go.
It's 7,000 to like 400 attendees, so still okay. Still okay.
And then of course 17,000 man hours. I don't even know how we came up with that, but you know what?
That's about 2 years worth if it's a lone man job.
If we had to do this alone, if I had to do this alone, this would never happen.
I mean, we could have IMSG every 2 years and just give Marcus to his Excel sheets.
Or we could have IMSG every month. Do you guys think that's a good idea? If you are, leave us a comment. And
or you just do the thumbs up.
Put a thumbs up if you think you want to have IMSG every month. Just kidding, but not really. So, with that said, Jess mentioned prizes. Now, who doesn't like prizes, right? And those of you who knew what the prizes were for last year, you saw the video earlier, this opening ceremony. Those were lovely medals, and really wanted to get those to all of you this year, but the shipping costs would have killed us. Not to mention, we have no clue whether they will even reach you. And so we said, well, what else could we do?
We curated a Pokemon.
So,
we built one from scratch.
What's happening? Can you guess from the silhouette what idea we came up with to make sure that everyone still gets something very special for participating in IMSG?
It's actually not a coincidence that this silhouette looks like Pokemon.
It's not a monster.
In Marcus' another life, he actually ran a Pokemon gym, so don't be surprised if you receive one in the mail.
Well, speaking of gym, this is not a gym mat, this is not a gym rat, and this isn't any kind of monster. In fact, this is actually a pop-up medal card.
Yes.
So that's right, every single one of the participants are going to get.
I don't know, Marcus, I swear it really looked like a monster.
Every one of you is going to get a gold, silver, or bronze for both mediation advocacy and for as mediator. It just depends on how well you perform over the next 2 weekends. And this is going to be mailed directly to all of you. That's why we have to collect your postal addresses, right? Full declaration,
exactly.
personal
And
data.
you can have your own photo ops as well. It's quite like last year. Unfortunately, it's just that we can't be with you when you do the photo op. But I mean, if you want us to be together with you, we could always do a Zoom call. You know where to find us anyway. So.
Yeah. So this is something that's really special. We don't think anyone else has tried this before, and we hope you guys really love it when you get it in the mail. It's still taking a while to get to us. The production is challenging, which is why Jess said that Hui Li was very helpful in making sure we're on track. But we have the prototypes. It's going to come to you very, very soon. So hope this inspires you to work harder for the next 2 weekends.
In addition to the medals, we also actually have other awards and prizes up for grabs as well. We actually do have a competition e-booklet that's already up, and the competition e-booklet is actually gonna feature all the prizes that you're gonna get, including additional prizes as well. Yes, there are additional prizes. For those of you who are on the Telegram channel, you will know this already, because by participating in the team engagement activities, participants are actually entitled to win extra prizes, training vouchers. These training vouchers are actually stackable. So if it's not already, somebody's gonna pop the link to the competition e-booklet in the chat.
That's right.
Alternatively, it's gonna be available on the Telegram channel later on.
Jess is too humble to say this, but she has lost many nights preparing that monster of a booklet. It's really not as easy as it looks, I can tell you that. In fact, I did not touch a single page of that
Neither
monster.
have I. She created everything from scratch, like the template to everything. She created her own template so that she could use it as a template.
Well, we all have our own monsters to kill, like I said.
That's right. Now, before we actually move and finish off the opening ceremony, there's just one last thing on the agenda, and that's a photo op. So we're gonna take a picture, and thank you everyone for putting your backgrounds. It looks really, really good. You guys look amazing, very handsome, very pretty. And we are going to take a photo first before we do the last activity,
which is a surprise.
Which will be a surprise.
Another surprise.
But wait, let's take the photo first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take the photo first. Okay, so here's how it
So
goes.
excited for surprises, Marcus.
Here's how it goes. I'm just trying to buy a bit of time for our photographer, right, to get ready. And
Actually,
I think,
for those who haven't turned on their cameras,
oh yes,
please
turn on your cameras now. Those of you who haven't turned it on.
Yep.
Get ready to look at the camera. Don't look at us, right? I know
Look at the camera
you would
for
love
10
to see.
seconds. You need to smile for 10 seconds. Don't touch your hair. Don't blink. No, nothing.
You'll love to see Jess all day. I know you'll see Levine all day. You know, I'm inconsequential. So I know you get, but look at the camera. Don't look at us. Look at the camera. And I'm just looking at the queue for whether our cameraman is ready. I think he's ready. He's ready. Okay, so here's how it goes. Everyone, when I say smile, hold that smile for 10 seconds and I will count for you. Okay, so ready? This is a bit like a Chinese wedding. If you don't know, we like to cheers for like as long as possible. Okay, but no Chinese wedding. No wedding. So ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Just smile at the camera, everyone. Smile. And that's a count of 5, 7, 8, 9.5, and for good measure. Okay, all right. Thank you, everyone.
I
My eyes are really dry.
This is like, I don't know, a new, I don't even know, is this a skill you have? Like you can smile and count and talk.
Oh yeah. That's I'm a master of puppets.
Oh geez.
Well, in line with interesting facts about what each of us can do, you know, we didn't really want to introduce ourselves in another talking about our history. So here's a game that we came up with called.
Wait, hang on.
No.
Before we do the game. We need everyone with their phones in their hands on the Telegram channel, especially the IMSG Telegram channel. This is where we're gonna be releasing the game.
Okay.
So we don't go on our channel.
Exciting times ahead.
All right. So someone's going to post a picture in the Telegram channel right now. And what you're going to see is a 4x4 grid. It's like bingo. If you've never played bingo, here's how it works. On that 4x4 grid are 16 things. And out of those 16 things, 5 relate to each of us only, and 1 relates to all of us. So for a total of 16, right? So like 5, 5, 5. Try your best to guess which, I don't know how to describe this, which...
Who did what?
Who did what? Who did what?
Who did what?
So like
Who has what?
You have like
Amongst us, it's an imposter.
likes to eat fish for tea, likes herbal food, and then there's instructions. Yeah, if you think it's Jess, you put a circle.
No, I'm just trying.
Triangle. If you think it's Jess, put a triangle.
I'm a circle.
If you think it's Levine, put a circle. If you think it's me, put a square. If you think
It's all of us.
you know which one is all of us, just put all 3 shapes on it. And then what do you do after that?
Tag us on Instagram.
Tag us on Instagram. That's right.
So basically, what you need to do is upload it as an Insta story and tag us on Instagram. Our username is @thesimi-chat.
Now, some of you are like really tryhards and you're going to go and research now. Because of that, we are only going to look at entries that come in within the next 5 minutes. All right? And
first 10 entries.
First 10? Oh, fine. Okay, fine.
First 10
really
entries.
First 10 entries. And if you can get all correct, you'll get a surprise. Right? But only if you can get all correct. And so with that, we're going to end the opening ceremony. Thank you all very much for joining us. And we're going to take a quick break of 10 minutes. So those of you who are staying on for the team engagement activities, we'll continue with Sue taking over from her location at the end of it. It feels like it's National Day Parade. We're just jumping different locations, right? So that's the bingo. This is the bingo.
This is the bingo. I can't remember if we're going to be going through the answers. We are, right?
I think
Sue from her
location. I think Sue's going to go through the answers. And we'll see if she needs us to call in from there. So, but that's it from us. Thank you all very much
for joining us.
And you're going to be in the good hands if you're in team engagement with Sue, with Sam. And if not, then the rest of us, we're going to see you on the weekends for the competitions.
That's
so,
right.
Goodbye.
Weekends, I'll see you guys on
Monday.
Oh yes, there's Monday because there's going to be 2 pre-competition webinars lined up.
Oh, that's right.
The first one is going to be at 2 to 4 p.m. Singapore time. Yes. This is by Stage Mediation. It's basically what an assessor thinks about mediation.
Oh, that's right.
It's going to be for 2 hours. Yep. It will be recorded if you can't join us live, but if you join us live, you can ask questions.
Speaking of questions, we also got all your questions about the role plays and all that. We'll be answering that and sending out an FAQ to everyone over the weekend, so don't worry.
And before I was interrupted, the second pre-competition training is gonna be by Edwards Mediation Academy. It's gonna run at 10 to 11 p.m. Singapore time, and they're gonna be talking about
mediation or mediation advocacy, and which is the best path forward.
Exactly. So again, it's gonna be recorded, so you can watch it if you miss it, but you don't get to ask questions unless you join us live. So see you on Monday. See you.
And now for real, bye. Bye.